Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. On this week's video, I am jumping into spring, and the big star of this video is something that I've been holding on to for a year. Guys, I don't know why I bought this. Like, the price tag said $9. I hope I didn't pay $9 for it. But I bought this not even knowing what it was. After showing my creative network group that I am in with Sonnet from Sonnet's Garden Blooms, the suggestions in there were, one, they think that it was a Turkish tea set, which that was very helpful because using Google Lens, I couldn't find what it was. And then second, they had some great ideas of how I could upcycle it and work on getting my money back out of it. So if you guys want to see how I turn this around, stick around. For the first project this week, I'm going to go ahead and take apart this little thing that I got at the thrift store. I paid $1.09 for it. I liked some of the pieces that were used in it, but not how it was put together as a whole. So I got two of these and took them apart. You can see this is all the stuff that I'm not going to do anything with. It's a little cheap looking for me. This is the stuff that was a little bit better. And then there's these little stumps and the birds and the nests and the eggs. So $2.18 for all this, I figured was a good investment. Henry was needing some love, so I added a little Henry early in the video this week. But basically what I'm going to do is work on marrying some of these pieces with other pieces that I already had in my stash. And I'm going to start with those little tree stump looking things. Now this could be replicated with some foam, put some twigs on the outside and wrap them up. And then I got these little baskets. Let me know in the comments below. I know the bigger ones used to be used for paper plates. What do you guys think these little ones were used for? Anyway, I am going to attach this to the bottom. I'm going to use E6000 and I end up using some hot glue to hold it right away so I don't have to worry about the immediate hold. And then I realized I did not like how light these little baskets were. So I went over them with some antiquing wax mixed with water to age it a little bit. And I have this nice rustic pillar or riser. What do you guys think? This next project is going to be little mini habitats, and I just found these little pieces that I had in my stash, 50 cents or $1. The blue one had some chips in it, but I thought I would paint both of these white. I'm using White Swan here. I did end up doing around 2.5 coats of paint with this DIY paint. This is a clay-based paint. So the wonderful part is I do end up using a very wet rag to wet distress it, and then I do go over it with DIY's Big Top, which is a top coat. I could have used a wax as well, but the wet distressing just lets some of those, either the black or the blue, come through. I wanted it to look like just an old found piece and a little animal made its little home in there. So I wet distressed did the big top, and then I wanted the color of this bird to be more my color scheme. So I did spray it with water to mist it. So now I'm using DIY in the color Skeleton Key, and I really feel like this had this watercolor effect. The other colors were still under there, but this just kind of colored over and made the tone of this bird much more in my little color story. And yes, I do like to get my my fingers super dirty when I paint. How about you guys? You can see there's the original, much more in my color story with the watered down clay-based paint on the top of it. So I probably paid too much for this. I went to Hobby Lobby. Boy, I missed their sales. This was $4.99. I did not like the color of moss that was at the Dollar Tree. And then I did thrift this throughout the year for $1. And so I am just going to make a little habitat in here for a bird and a little bunny. Add a couple of the eggs after I try some out. And I am going to be hot gluing these in so that when they are sold in my booth, they do not fall out when someone walks to the cash register. But I thought they were cute little habitats just to kind of put like on a book stack or something in your home. And I really had fun making these. This next one's going to be pretty quick. I grabbed something in my stash. There's a trend here. And I liked that it was a little bit wider, and I wanted to see what this looked like with the little basket on top. So I did 3 solid coats. I needed 3 coats this time of White Swan. And then I very heavily wet distressed it. I wanted the black to come through in a lot of spaces and to have a white distressed with the wood on top. So after distressing it with a very, very wet paper towel, I did cover it with Big Top to seal it all in, and then glued the basket on the top for a quick little riser with just a wider base, just to kind of compare to the first project. What do you guys think? So I'm going to make over a cute little bunny. I paid $6 for this guy, but I really liked his coloring. It is very multi-dimensional. Maybe it was only $5, but he had a little chip in his ear. And so I am going over that with some Salvation solution just to kind of close. I probably could have just done like a clear polyacrylic as well, but just to close up the ceramic part so that the paint went on similarly. And I just got some acrylic paint from Hobby Lobby that I used in last week's video, and I'm just gonna update his ears. I thought, well, maybe I could paint the whole thing white and wet distress them so that this pretty brown could come through, but tried this first and I'm very happy with the result. So it was a nice easy fix with just the acrylic paint, and I did go over it with some dark wax just so it didn't look brand new painted. Then I tried to put some plants in the back of him and he just looked weird. when I realized that putting any type of greenery in here was just going to look weird, I went to my stash and just happened to have a basket that fit. I know I might have a problem. Anyway, but look, it just happened to be there. It was too new looking though. I did go over it with some antiquing wax mixed with water. This is just the stuff from Walmart that I always have ready to go to kind of age things. And then I filled up this cute little basket with some of the stuff from that was rejects from my first project and some eggs, and I thought it turned out pretty darn cute. I'm glad I didn't have to paint him. The last project for today had me stumped for a good solid year. Guys, I don't know why I bought this, and I don't know why I paid $9 for it. I am going to assume that it was half off because I even think $4.50 was a little strange. I don't even know what this is. We had a night on Sonnet's networking group where we brought things to the table that we were stumped on, and this is what I brought because every time I use Google Lens on it, I couldn't find anything. And one of the members told me that it looked like a Turkish tea set or part of the set, missing, some of the stuff. And I just spent 10 minutes looking for the photo, could not find it anywhere. But I decided, well, actually, everyone on the group decided that I should break it up and get my $9 back by selling each of these little guys separately. And so I decided to paint them 3 different colors. I've got French Millenary, I have Apothecary, and then I have Skeleton Key over here on the end. And these colors just look so good to me. I was going to try to take this apart. You could take the centerpiece off, but it was going to be too much work to break this metal right here. So I decided to go ahead and paint the stand white. Gonna try to make back my money with the little individual pieces, and then the stand right here is just going to be for display. I'll probably put a price on that too, but going to attempt to make the $9 back by selling each of the little pieces individually. So I decided, let's look and see what I have in the bird's nest arena. I did not like what I had. I did not have 6 of them that matched. So I ended up going to Hobby Lobby and spending just over $1 for each of these cute little nests with feathers and white eggs. And listen, at some point I should have just cut my losses, but I went and spent more money so that I could make back my $9, guys. This is how stubborn I'm being about this. So I use E6000 and then some hot glue to get these stuck inside. Then I just added some ribbon to each of these. And this ribbon is from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they have it out this season, but it was last season's. But just found some cute ribbon. And then in the center, I'm doing the nest and the bird from the first project. So here is the nest and the bird. And then here is the first pass at this. And then when I sent this to my friends, they were like, what if you add the word nest? So I got out these cute little tiny cheap rubber stamps, Stays On ink, some drop cloth, and just stamped out the word nest. Included that within the cute little ribbon just to add one more touch. Cost nothing to me because I had everything. And what do you guys think? I was thinking of selling those between $4 and $6. And then I found these little things that I had for 50 cents to put in the center so that it was in this cute little display. These were the original eggs that were yellow, and I just painted them, and I am happy with my option for making back my money. What do you guys think? So what did you guys think? Did you guys have a favorite? I know my favorite had to be that project that I avoided doing for over a year. I am glad that it's done and I'm ready to get it into my booth. What can you tackle that's in your hoard that you have, just like you had an idea when you got it, but you don't want to get rid of it because you're like, I paid good money for it. So what is it that you need to tackle? Maybe work on that today or this weekend and get some of those creative juices flowing again. Guys, I just got back from a weekend away with my husband. Well, he was working and I got to go for free and it was amazing. We got to stay at a place where we would never pay our money for. Thank goodness his work paid for it, but we got to stay at the Cloister down at Sea Island, Georgia. It was amazing. The service is amazing. Just the furniture was amazing. The trees, just everything about this place is amazing. I shared some reels over on Facebook while I was there, just taking in all the beauty, and came home feeling rested. Mama needs to get back to work, stop these weekend trips, although they're great, but get back to work. So guys, I am so glad you're here. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite project was. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell to all so you get updated every time I upload a new video. I'm so glad you're here and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.